Hello everyone and welcome to Shifting Gears, and this is the all-new 2024 Tata Curvv.EV, a mid-size all-electric coupe SUV for the Indian market, and prices start at 17.49 lakh ex-showroom. Let us now understand the product positioning. The Tata Curvv.EV is positioned above the Tata Nexon EV. This is a mid-size SUV, which means that this Tata Curvv.EV is going to rival the likes of the MG ZS EV. That also means that when the internal combustion engine variants of the Tata Curvv are launched, this product is going to rival the likes of the Hyundai Creta and Kia Seltos. So this Tata Curvv has arrived in a very tough, very competitive SUV segment, but to differentiate this car compared to competition, Tata Motors has built it as a coupe SUV. Just have a look at that sloping roofline. So this is very distinct, this is very different compared to other SUVs in this price range. Now this Tata Curvv.EV is in a segment above compared to the Citroën Basalt. That is because of the pricing. Now we don't know what is going to be the pricing for the internal combustion engine variants of the Tata Curvv, because those will be announced in September. The Citroën Basalt is at the lower end of the spectrum, and I think that is actually rivaling the likes of the Tata Nexon with its pricing. The Tata Curvv is placed and priced much higher. This is positioned as a more premium offering. So in this video, we are going to speak about the exterior design of this Tata Curvv.EV, and I will tell you what is so special on the outside. We will also upload two different videos, one where we speak about the interior cabin of this car and tell you everything about what is on offer on the inside, such as the features, the quality, the fit and finish, and all of those elements. And we also have another detailed drive review video for you so that you can make an informed buying decision if at all you are considering to bring home this Tata Curvv.EV, which is India's first mid-size all-electric coupe SUV for the mass market. Now before we start talking about the features, I want you to very carefully listen to this video. You might be able to hear a sound. Can you? That is the AVAS system, AVAS system of this Tata Curvv.EV. That is for pedestrian safety, because this is an electric SUV and it is going to be, very quiet when it is at crawling speeds. So this sound is going to notify other road users that there is an electric vehicle around you, and that is for safety. And I really like it, and this sound is not too loud, it is not annoying at all, it is actually quite pleasant. So do you like this feature or not? You let us know in the comments below. Now when you look at the front end of this Tata Curvv.EV, you will notice that the vehicle design is very similar compared to the new Tata Nexon EV, the facelifted Nexon EV, and also compared to the Punch.EV. There are some similar elements when you consider styling, but that has been done with a conscious effort so that the vehicles now available in those Tata showrooms, in those EV specific showrooms, they have a familiar family face, and that I think is not really a bad thing at all. Now when you look at the front end, you will notice that you have that connected LED DRL, end-to-end LED DRLs, and it looks quite nice, and it is not at all loud and gaudy. Check this out. Over here, this LED DRL section is also going to double up as your sequential turn indicator. Then you have this connected piece over here, this LED DRL, and you also have this gloss black applique over it, so it breaks the monotony and it separates that LED DRL from the bonnet shut line, and it also enhances the overall width of this vehicle because of that light bar and because of that black applique. You will notice that this is a nice big SUV. You will notice there are quite a few power bulges on the bonnet as well. That also adds to the character of the exterior design of this Tata Curvv.EV. It makes it look more muscular, it makes it look more substantial. Now over here You don't really have any grille because this is an electric vehicle. You don't need too much of mesh all around over here. No honeycomb, nothing. Flat plastic panel in body color, and that is typical of EVs. This Tata logo is not illuminated. There is no chrome over here. You have a white surround. So that is also something that you should notice. Now this flap, you can also, manually pull out. But check it out, it is electrically retractable. So if at all you open this up, and then if you forget to close it, and when you start driving this way, it will close itself. That also is a very thoughtful feature. I have kept the vehicle in running condition. So check this out. If I manually pull it out, it will, close itself. So it will not be the case that you plugged the charger out, then you sat inside the vehicle, and then you have been driving around the city with that flap open. It will close by itself, and that is a very, very useful feature. If you have not started moving, if you have not turned the ignition on, it will close by itself in a couple of minutes. And otherwise, if you have jumped in, as soon as you hit that ignition, this flap will close, will retract by itself. And that, I think, is a very useful feature. Then look at the front end styling. You have plenty of these chrome accents lower down on the bumper in this air dam section. And this also looks quite nice, adds a nice premium touch. You have front parking sensors as well. And over here, you will notice you have plenty of vertical slats as well. And this is going to allow some, breathability to this engine bay area. Here you will notice the 360-degree camera, and this is going to help you park your vehicle even better along with these parking sensors. And lower down on the bumper, you will notice you have a skid plate effect as well. Overall, on the front bumper, you will notice there is a healthy dose of black cladding, and then you have your LED headlamps too. You get LED projector headlamps with LED fog lamps, and you also get cornering light functionality. Looks quite nice, and you will notice you get a black surround for that headlamp cluster. Over here, you will notice you get aero curtains. Because this is an EV, you need that extra aerodynamic efficiency for better range, and everything over here is well put together. Overall, in my opinion, the Tata Curvv.EV from the front end is a striking looking vehicle. My height is 5 feet 8 inches. This is how I look next to this Tata Curvv.EV. Would you want to be seen with your Tata Curvv.EV in this fashion? Do you think this is a stylish looking vehicle? You let us know in the comments below. And now when you look at the side profile of this car, what is the biggest highlight? It is that sloping roofline, but we will get to that very soon. Now have a look at these alloy wheels. With this Tata Curvv.EV, you are getting 18-inch alloy wheels. Even the internal combustion engine Tata Curvv will get 18-inch wheels, but then the alloy wheels are going to be different, and you also have these aero elements. But there are quite a few plastic appliques over here for aerodynamic efficiency. You are getting a tire from Goodyear, and the contact patch is 215/55R18, and these of course are low rolling resistance tires because this is an electric vehicle. You will notice all around the vehicle as an underline you have black cladding, but this is in gloss, not matte texture. So while it does look nice and premium, it is going to be very difficult to maintain because every time you kick up some dust when you drive it in monsoon, when your vehicle is being washed, these gloss black elements can get scratched. That matte plastic finish could have maybe lasted for a longer distance, but then that is our opinion, and this can be subjective. Some people might actually like it in a gloss treatment. Now what I want you to notice is the ground clearance number. If you are buying the more higher spec version of this Tata Curvv.EV with the bigger 55 kWh battery pack, your ground clearance number is going to be slightly lower because the battery is larger in capacity. But still, in our driving experience today, we faced no challenges when we were driving this car in and around Udaipur over some bad roads too. Now, when you look at your rear view mirror, over here you will notice the variant that we have is in a dual tone finish. So this is in black. You have LED turn indicators over here on the wing mirror, and you also have your 360-degree camera positioned over here, very nicely tucked in. Then on the door, you have your .EV branding. This is signature styling for electric vehicles from Tata Motors. And then another styling highlight on the Tata Curvv.EV is this door handle. Flush fitting door handles. If you want to open the door, you have to press the door handle from this side, from this end, and this is how you can open it up. This section over here is illuminated. Check this out. You have a light over here on the door handles and on all 4 door handles. And on the driver door, you also have a black request sensor for true keyless entry. Check this out. Very easy to access these door handles, but they do not electrically pop out like on the Mahindra XUV 700. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. You will have to press it and then open the door. Lower down, you will notice a generous dose of gloss black plastic cladding. And then on the rear wheel, you will notice the same, of course, design for this alloy wheel and these plastic aero elements, but you also have a rear wheel disc brake with this Tata Curvv.EV. Now have a look at the side profile again. No chrome. I really like it. You have a gloss black window sill underline. That also looks quite nice. The A pillar is not blacked out, but the B pillar does get a blackout tape. And on the roof, you will notice that you are getting gloss black treatment because this is the dual tone paint scheme. You will also notice you have a dual pane panoramic sunroof available on this Tata Curvv, and at the back you have a shark fin antenna. And then when you move towards the rear end, you will notice that over the rear windscreen, you have this spoiler kind of a design applique. This is a plastic piece. And then just have a look at this rear windscreen. It is actually very flat. It is not really, sloping too much. So this does affect your rearward visibility when you are driving the car, but for that, do check out our detailed drive review video. Now have a look at the vehicle from the rear end. Very different, very stylish, very striking, and there is absolutely nothing quite like it. This is India's answer to the Lamborghini Urus. A lot of people say that, and is that your opinion too? You let us know in the comments below. Now over here on the tailgate, you will notice that this element, this gloss black element, is housing the entire tail lamp unit. You have a connected LED tail lamp and it pops out from the tailgate. Where the tailgate ends, this black element is popping out further than that, and then beyond that you have your Tata logo, and below the Tata logo you will notice you have your reversing camera. This element over here is going to be your high mount stop light, and just have a look at the tail lamp unit. It is illuminated. I have left the headlamps on, so this is how it looks. And my concern is that this gloss black element will show off a lot of dust if your vehicle is parked somewhere. So that is my only concern, but otherwise in terms of styling, it looks smashing and it gives you that aerodynamic kind of a design. Then you will notice that there is some, area over here which just goes inside, and what you have to notice is that every time you wash your car, you have to wipe it up from this area too, because otherwise water is going to continue to drip. On the tailgate, you have your Curvv.EV branding in dark lettering, and then on the bumper, you have gloss black again. Lower down, you have this skid plate kind of a design. Then you have your reverse sensors on that black applique on the bumper, and over here you have your reflectors too. And just like you saw on the front end, even over here, you will notice that this black applique runs the entire width of this vehicle. So all of these things which are running from end to end, from one side to the other, they enhance the overall visual appeal, the overall visual width of the vehicle, and because of that, this Tata Curvv.EV, it looks like a nice big SUV. Now when you look at the side profile, what do you think? Do you think this is more of a sedan which is jacked up and made a crossover, and then they are calling it a coupe SUV? You definitely let us know in the comments below. I think it looks more of a sedan which has been raised, but then some people might just think this is a proper SUV. Everything, all of those, SUV gray areas have been touched upon with this design language, but good for Tata because there is absolutely nothing quite like it. Now when you come up close to the rear wheel, you will notice that there are some aero elements over here as well. Now these elements, how they help is that they prevent some kicking up of dust and dirt onto the body, and they also help in the overall aero. Over here on the wheel arches, you will notice that there are some crease lines over here too, and then just have a look at the creases on the body panels and on the doors. They are very nice, they are very understated, and I think that this design will age well. The Tata Curvv.EV will not start to look like an old product very soon, and that is a good thing. That is a good design approach in my opinion. And if you look at the front fender, the wheel arches are flared, so it gives you a feeling that you are driving something powerful. But to know how powerful this vehicle feels from behind the wheel, you have to watch our detailed drive review video. So that is pretty much it. That is important to see on the outside of this Tata Curvv.EV. Now I have shown you that there are 4 cameras, one on the front, one at the tailgate, and then 2 on the wing mirrors. But there's one more which is over here on the windscreen, because this car comes with level 2 ADAS functionality, and that also is going to be a very useful feature. The entire suite of ADAS features, they are going to help you, stay more confident, more comfortable, a little bit carefree too out on the highway, because the systems are also going to ensure your safety. But don't be completely carefree. ADAS features are for your assistance. This is not a self-driving vehicle. So what is your opinion about this Tata Curvv.EV? You let us know in the comments below. This is the first coupe SUV from Tata Motors. In terms of market launch, this is the second coupe SUV in this mass market segment, because Citroën Basalt pricing was announced, just recently, and that car we drove before we drove this Tata Curvv.EV. So, do you like it? Do you dislike it? Or is there something else that you want to know? Whatever is your opinion, or if at all you have any questions, ask us in the comments below and I will try my best to help you out. Till next time, subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel, press that bell icon, always drive safe, and I will see you soon in another video.